Okay, so um I goofed hard. So I guess Streamlabs like I don't know if like there was a cache issue on Streamlabs' end, but I started a different stream that I swear I didn't even schedule it. Um so um there's that. Uh which means there's like an hour of Ethan Klein stuff that I'm sorry, but like a bunch of you are just not gonna see. What the fuck just happened? Oh my gosh. Like I actually feel so stupid. I was like, what the hell is wrong with my analytics today? I know what's wrong now. Apparently. I streamed to the wrong place. I'm a fucking genius. I am literally God's gift to the world. That's how smart I am. Oh no. I messed up hard. I messed up so hard. This is not even funny. I basically have an hour of a stream missing. And I was like, and everything glitched out and my Wi-Fi dropped because like there's a thunderstorm right over us. So I was like, this stream is like 50-50 gonna crash. Sorry. But I think I salvaged it. It might crash again, but the storm is not right over me anymore. So I think things are good for now. This is gonna look so weird. The stream I sent everyone vanished from my entire system. I couldn't even see it on the back end. I had to clear my Chrome cache, and now I'm pissed off that Chrome cache has ruined a stream. But you'll learn as you go along. We're talking about the EDP 445 documentary. You can go check out Penguin Zoe's Charlie's Moist Criticals video on that. I just want to show you guys a thumbnail. This isn't AI generated. This is a real photo from the Mike Klum documentary that's coming out on EDP 445. And it's just Boogie 2988. Who, by the way, Mike Klum, his first documentary and only documentary on YouTube is on Boogie 2988, currently as it stands, until August 9th, when the EDP documentary drops, and we'll be back here at 7 to watch it. Then you got EDP. And then you got all this McDonald's. And I'm just thinking, he had to have done this on purpose. The McDonald's, the powdered sugar donuts, the Doritos, the Cool Ranch, to make a point. There's not a single piece of fiber in sight. Everything here is going to raise your blood pressure by like looking at it. And then you got two fat pieces of shit just having a conversation over it. And like, I get EDP is like orders of magnitude worse than Boogie 2988. I understand that. But like, you got a guy who fakes cancer and then a child molester, right? So this is this had to have been on purpose. Like, this had to have been Mike Klum is a funny man. This was a bit. Had to have been a bit.
Hey there.
From the Mike Klum documentary, The Dark Sad Life of Boogie 2988. That's me. He's got a new documentary coming out.
He's such a fucking lolcow. Why does he act like this on his channel, knowing he goes on a lolcow live and acts like the biggest piece of shit over there? Also, he faked cancer.
Starring EDP 445. The trailer just dropped. The full documentary drops on August 6th, and I want to react to that documentary with you.
And again, I have right here. I know the answer, but you tell me the answer. How old is she? 13. Okay.
No, these audio files always creep me out.
Dude, the scene, bro. The scene where he's like, I don't know why you have to. What did he say? Something about I don't know, like why I have to explain why I had sex with a 13, where I wanted to have sex with. I don't know. Was it like a 13-year-old? This guy's a fucking freak in nature. We're gonna have a lot to talk about pedophiles. The lesson for this stream is don't molest children. Have a fucking nice day.
96. Correct. Okay, all right. Again, so what brings you out here today? Well, I'm actually coming out here to pick up a cupcake. This is the story of EDP 445. Like, he went to that place to have sex with a 13-year-old.
Yep.
Definitely viewer discretion is advised. You know, this dude's a perverted dude.
Oh, it's
Yeah, it
our
wasn't
favorite
Caucasian.
multimillionaire Jidion.
Eliciting sex from who thinks an underage kid.
I keep forgetting Alex Rosen is like a fucking crazy racist. I'm surprised he didn't call him a damn monkey while he was at it, bro. He should have said the N-word with the hard R on the Micheal documentary.
He sent
New
me
evidence?
videos of him masturbating.
I would say
Oh,
EDP
that's
is completely
a
innocent.
crazy- that was a
So what
crazy-
advice would I give to EDP 445?
Hizzle, what's up? What's up? Hizzle doesn't know my pain today.
You need to stop doing this documentary.
But he didn't. He finished it.
Fucking a bitch's innocence away, you know?
Oh, God. Jeez.
Why do you think you wanted to have sex with a 13-year-old? I mean, the reason why I wanted to have sex with a 13-year-old is already fucking clear.
What?
Oh, yeah, that's the one. That's the clip. Shut the fuck up, you piece of shit. You faked cancer.
The 13 and 12-year-olds. Fuck all that.
What?
He admits it? Oh,
Oh,
God.
he was talking to 13 and 12-year-olds. Fuck all that.
Oh my gosh. He's gonna go lower. He's gonna go lower. What do you mean 13 and 12 wasn't low enough? What do you mean? Oh, by the way, just to know how high production value Mike Clem is, he hired an actor to play EDP as a youngin.
Cheese pizza.
By cheese
Lay off
pizza,
the
I mean CP.
Genshin impact. And the cheese pizza. Stop being Morbiusly a beast, alright? Because if you keep being a simp, then Mr. Beast from Fortnite will slide his horse meat ding dong into your sussy bussy. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know that you've been hanking your Schrader,
Hanking your Schrader. How do you say that with a straight face?
the cupcakes, to your
Old people in 2099. No, stop. Bro's had absolutely enough of this. This is how Gen Alpha will talk in 2040. Morbiously obese. No. I love how he has no clue of what he's talking about, but he still nails the character. He's an actor. The audible difference when his soul leaves his body when he has to say horse meat. I love how we'll never need an AI voice generator for Dean Norris. I love how Dean always does the most innocent smile after saying the most diabolical script imaginable.
left leg goes numb.
Mm.
I need to keep goof gunk on YouTube from smuggling popcorners
Goof gunk.
to Tuco. So happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's.
I hope that A-Train didn't run through your Y boo.
A-Train!
And EDP. Don't break bad.
Don't break bad. Absolute cinema. This is what the internet was made for. Okay. So I'm just gonna like gloss over the Professor Dave shit. So as we all know, Destiny loves the Goyim. Just loves all the Goy slop that Israel keeps feeding him. He just keeps getting paychecks from Benjamin Netanyahu and giving all the glory to the IDF. And Professor Dave was like, fuck that, stop supporting genocide. And then Destiny's like producer was like, you should debate Destiny, bro. To which Professor Dave deleted the comment, I guess. I don't know why. I think that's a pussy move personally. But I know Professor Dave does have a rule. He doesn't debate people that defend genocide. Ever. Which is fair. Just like Mr. Whatever, Mehdi Hassan doesn't debate Nazis. Fair enough. I think it's a bit of a cop-out, though, personally. I would like to see Professor Dave drag Destiny through the mud on this one, personally. I want to see the fight. I'm encouraging the boxing match. That being said, though, Professor Dave is he's also like responding to very like new comments, which apparently is normal for him, which I also think is like kind of weird. I don't think that's like super healthy. I understand it's for engagement and like trolling your trolls to make money off of them, but like money isn't worth it.
At any rate, influencers were...
Anyway, so Destiny reacts to the video. His fans, Mossad got some serious shit on Destiny. Never realized Destiny's a genocide. We are all the Destinies and counter arguments. I wonder why this isn't on his main channel. LOL. Destiny didn't address a single point. Yeah, okay, so I expected the comments to be jerking Destiny off, but it seems like they're actually pretty balanced, with some people on Destiny's side, some people not on Destiny's side, and some people who are talking about the Mossad has some crazy shit on Destiny, which I think is incredibly based, and 100% agree with, because there is literally no way you're doing this for free.
Those of you who are new here.
Okay, so I don't know if I want to cover the quartering and the Ren Fair. I want to jump to the Caleb Hammer video by Trillmar. Thought you were going to react to the new video. Yeah, I'm doing it now. Collapse. Collapse, we're here. Trillmar time. Trillmar time. I'm here for it. Have some patience, my young Padawan. Oh my gosh. This video contains commentary, criticism, satire. Yeah, the legal bullshit. Okay. 1.25. Trillmar talks a little bit slow for my ADHD, so I always have to put him at 1.25.
Caleb Hammer is a man who built a small YouTube empire.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Why is he so... Oh, he's like, he's piss stained mad. What is this face? Oh fuck. He looks like he's like 80. No, sorry, he looks like 48 and like 12 years old at the same time.
On the simple premise of helping ordinary people get their finances under control. At least this is what he'd have you believe. If you're not familiar, Caleb's the host of Financial Audit, a YouTube series where guests
We're an hour in and my intro isn't over.
sit down and expose every terrible financial decision they've ever made while Caleb attempts to put them on the path towards stability. Caleb is also the Andrew Tate of financial content. Over the last few years...
Okay. I'm going to get to this later. I have a little bit of a problem with this. I'll get to this later. But I want Trill to justify that. If Trill has discovered some shit on Caleb Hammer, and it better not be like the joke like Caleb Hammer made. And I wouldn't even call it a joke, but like a really bad attempt at making an edgy joke that backfired. And we have like no more proof beyond like that to call him like even like close to like a child predator, like a pedophile. Then I'm gonna need to like it better be good. It better be like good shit, you know?
He's transformed himself from a guy lightly chastising people for door dashing lunch a few too many times into a self-appointed financial expert.
The hair.
At lightly chastising people for door dashing lunch a few too many times into a self-appointed financial
try that one day.
Expert, relationship counselor, lifestyle critic, and moral authority for an audience of millions.
Is that a G Fuel sponsorship? Gamer Sups. Schlatt, I have questions. Schlatt. Don't let this happen, Schlatt. Stop it, Schlatt. Jay Schlatt.
Self-appointed financial expert, relationship counselor, lifestyle critic, and moral authority for an audience of millions.
With my partner.
He's a screaming man baby throwing temper tantrums for views, and what appears on the surface to be a well-intentioned attempt to help others and empower them to overcome debt has become reality television disguised as financial education. His YouTube channel, which has amassed an insane amount of 3.8 billion views, has moved beyond financial help to a digital outlet of casual slurs, mockery of...
Dude, he looks like such a baby.
Amount of 3.8 billion views has moved beyond financial help to a digital...
Oh no.
Outlet.
I was gonna make a comment about his facial hair, but it's there for a reason. Never
Of
mind.
casual slurs, mockery of other sexuality, a general contempt...
It's not particularly better with the facial hair, but it needed to go. You're proud of the script? Did you write the script? Collapse, did you write the script? If you did, I'm gonna be disappointed. I thought Trillmar produced his videos. Please tell me you didn't write the script.
Those he considers beneath him, and humiliation rituals turning vulnerable people into content. And Caleb has
the
become...
video got age restricted. That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit.
Very, very good at monetizing it.
Let's get a scale. Can we get a scale? Let's have someone go get a scale. Wes can sit in. You go buy a scale, Mark. We need a scale.
Oh, okay, but I waste money. So you are going to spend money on a scale for a bid.
Yes, that's called the business expense for the content, you fat bitch. Get up and stand on that scale. Oh. Oh.
I don't know why guys keep making fun of fat girls, because like at this point, like the why is like BBW like always in like the top 10 like porn categories? Is it not? I have to be right about this. I think it's like, I think it might be in the top 10. It's like they always hyper project on some shit. And then like top 10 categories. It's like, well, what are you gooning to, bro? I have to know.
The enemy is being reinforced with a dreadnought.
Oh, bro.
Fuck.
Oh, that is... She's 260 at like 5'5" too. That's not great. But like, at the same time, why the fuck did you like do this? Like, you just humiliated her on camera. That's fucking gross, dude. That's so, like, this is something like this is like something it's okay to keep this shit to yourself, dude. This is kind of fucked.
Oh. 260.
Hey. Caleb, you got a double chin, bro. Get up. Step on that fucking scale. Caleb, get on the scale.
If this was only the extent of
You have a double chin, bro. Step on the scale, Caleb.
Caleb's flaws, I probably wouldn't even make a video about it. Another rich asshole who's completely
He dresses incredibly well, though.
full of shit that made it onto Joe Rogan
He
to
shops
spout
at
information
Uniqlo.
and advice that's against the interests of the majority of listeners. Nothing new there.
I told people to not get a house, and they're
I love tortas kills me every time. Stop it, Collapse. Stop it.
really close to getting a house. The American dream isn't owning a home anymore. It's the freedom of renting.
But things get a little darker.
Oh my gosh, bro.
And
why is his nose so shiny?
More weird. Accusations of sexual harassment, non-consensual recording of sexual encounters, pimping out a guest for OnlyFans content, and what appears to be accusations of sexual harassment, non-consensual recording of sexual encounters, pimping out a guest for OnlyFans content, and what appears to be a legal campaign to scrub as much of it from the internet as possible.
If you don't think I know how to do legal strategy, you have no idea what's happening behind the scenes. I destroy people. I will destroy you. You don't get to do this without consequences.
I feel like this is a good time.
Oh my gosh. I'm glad Caleb Hammer never turned into the next Ethan Klein, because I would have been just as annoyed.
Time to say Caleb can be a bit litigious, or at least he threatens to sue a lot of people. So with that in mind, I'm going to have to be a bit...
That's not true. Like, he's threatened to sue one guy, and what was his name? The twink black dude. What's his name? It wasn't not Jarvis Johnson. Like, the very queer one. What was his name? Is it Danny Joe, bro? Singing We Are Charlie Kirk. Good job. Good job, kid. Good job. What is the YouTube? Nope. It's not Danny Joe. It's something. It's not Jarvis Johnson.
careful with some of the things I say and do my
Who's the black bald twink I'm thinking of?
absolute best to communicate why
What's
I
his
believe these
name?
things to be true.
No, it's just like, I love
Not Tom Segura.
to the poorest. You straighten them. You're always like, you fucking poor piece of shit. I love it.
Are you getting in that moment where you're getting a little bit of pushback in your personality so you fall even further onto it and dig your hole into the ground and make no progress in life? I'm not surprised. Look where you are. You're a joke.
That's a really fucking nice hoodie. It's wasted on such a loser like him.
You're an embarrassment. What a joke. You have no money. You only have debt. You're a joke. I'm annoyed that I wasted this time on you. You're a joke. $855 going out to you last month. Dude, you're stupid. You're a brat. You're a spoiled brat. You are a joke.
Oh my gosh, why does this guy wear good clothes all the time? That's not fair. That's not Trill. Did Trill edit all of this? Or is this Caleb Hammer's edits? I don't know. But it's not fair.
You're an excuse for him and I have no respect for you. I have no respect for you. I hope
What? Because she doesn't save her money?
you do well, but I have no respect for you. You're a joke. I've gone on so many dates over the past however many years. Almost every single girl was like, yeah, I'm bi.
Yeah.
Maybe that's an Austin thing.
A lot of men are bi. I feel like most people are bi though.
Well, maybe. I used to think I was. Fortunately, I just don't find men attractive. That was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. You have no idea what the fuck you're doing. You didn't research any.
Oh yeah, Caleb Hammer like running back into the closet. It was kind of fucking pathetic. I'm saying it because like you don't need to like make out with a dude to check if you're gay, bro. You just kind of know or you don't, bro. It's not like a test. You know, if you're testing it, maybe there's a reason, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Anything, you're a performative weirdo. You are not the moral arbiter of the world.
It was around this time that Caleb ended up joining a group known as the Millennium Composers Initiative. This group eventually started a Facebook group chat for its members to talk about their musical careers, as well as other topics, and it's from this chat that the alleged texts from Caleb come from. The topics that he felt were inappropriate are what we're going to be focusing on. The first one that made several people
I hate this guy, by the way. This guy's like a bam shill.
uncomfortable was Caleb's comments about finding
bro loves bricks and minifigs, bro.
a 16-year-old boy hot. He hot, is gay, please. Uncut says he's 16 and no, effing perv. I would like to personally stick my penis in a hole of his. Any hole will do, thank you.
Money.
Okay, yeah, I know about that already. And like I can't, like, legally I can't say that's anything more than like a really bad edgy joke. And like the problem is like Caleb Hammer is such a piece of shit asshole that it's like not outside of the realms for him to say something that diabolical, especially off camera. So like, oh, I'm not gonna go out of my way to like, oh, he made a tweet like 10 fucking years ago. 2018 was 8 solid years ago, bro. What am I supposed to say to this? Like, that, like, I can't, like, I'm not gonna say that means more than it, like, I can say it means. It's like, and there's a reason, like, and it's always like gotten to me. It's like, people have found that. Why couldn't they find like a pattern of this? If this is like actually a meaningful thing, it'd be a pattern of behavior, but it seems to have only happened one time, which means it was probably something like he regretted saying. So I'm gonna be fair to Caleb and not pile on him for this in particular.
What I'm gathering from this is that maybe you prefer twinks to bears.
If I was into men, yes, I would probably go more twink, I assume.
Oh, you're not?
I'm not.
Yeah, see, I don't think it's just an assumption you're making there, Caleb. I think you just know. I think you just... let me see your Instagram Reels feed, Caleb.
Fooled around because I'm open-minded, and, you know, when you get drunk, whatever. What he would like to do, you guys make out. He would like to do that. He would like to play with your dick.
Yeah, Collapse, I don't think you get it. I think this is like, he said it one time. I don't think he actually meant it. Because, like, again, it's like, if it was like a consistent thing, this would be like a pattern of behavior that like a bunch of people would be able to pick up on. Like, if Scott Schaefer... like, he released that video like a year or two ago, and like since then no one has come out with anything, and like there hasn't been like more messages. I'm thinking like, if this is like a thing like he really meant consistently, he would say it a lot more. Which is why I was never totally sold on this. I'm not gonna totally buy that, because it's like I need more than somebody said something stupid one time. Because, like, people say the dumbest shit, bro. Like, if you pull up my chat logs when I was, like, 13 or 14, like, the amount of... like, let's not. It'd be...
wants to, whatever you're willing to do comes with more money. I mean, do you watch the show? I've told many times how I thought I was buying college, or I found out I like vagina. I don't think that's how that works.
Because I'm working every day very hard, and I never got money.
Here in my garage, just bought this new Lamborghini here. But you know what I like a lot more than materialistic things?
Athletic Greens. Athletic Greens is an all-in-one vitamin mineral probiotic drink that also contains
Why am I getting an AG1 sponsorship? Stop that.
Life course, this will optimize your breath.
No, why? Oh my gosh. Dude, Trill's style of editing is always so funny.
As well as your $1 million.
What it really takes to become...
oh, dude. Patrick Bet David makes my blood boil. This man is so stupid, and yet he thinks he's so smart for being an active criminal. It's like... the mafia didn't hide. It just went to YouTube and started making podcasts.
I'm a millionaire.
In the modern
multi-level marketing scheme.
Internet landscape, if you have a problem, regardless of what that problem is, there's an expert to help you solve it. Fitness influencer.
Right, but like I don't think saying that thing would get you on a sex offenders list, no matter like in what universe would that happen. No judge would say that means anything. Like no judge could do anything about that information.
Help you build muscle and lose.
Didn't Greg Doucette like fucking like manipulate like scientific snitch into basically like, or abuse scientific snitches like scientific prowess to like shill a product of his?
Wait, hustle culture influencers promise to help you get rich. Relationship coaches tell you why you're a no pussy getting ass loser.
You're broke! You're fucking poor!
Independent news sources, regardless of your political stance, will sway your vote.
They gaslight you.
PBD wouldn't be allowed in any mafia, but I feel like organized crime has stopped being a thing, and now people are just being criminals, but it's like legal. You know what I mean? Like they just became smarter criminals. Because this man partners up with people like who are gonna go to prison, like people that are like doing like Ponzi schemes. Like this happened recently. CoffeeZilla exposed it like 8 months ago. And then like 8 months ago, no, a month and a half ago. So like, I just wouldn't be surprised, you know?
They manipulate you. They
Like this guy's just like doing stuff with like active like financial scammers, and then he's not doing the scamming, but he profits off of it. It's pretty fucking funny to watch.
Narratives. The only one who's not doing that is Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
Do you vote for JD Vance or Gavin Newsom?
Well, I'd have to vote for Gavin Newsom.
Me too. I wouldn't blink. What about you, Hassan?
I'd probably vote third party.
You would?
Oh yeah.
And somewhere amongst all of
People are dogpiling Hassan for that take, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, why? Why? I mean, there's only really one way to sway a vote. You kind of have to vote. Like, say what you want, but Hassan is at least sticking to his guns on this one and not being a hypocrite. Like, we go after Hassan for being, like, a hypocrite, and then, like, it's like, bro. You know what I mean? Like, he is a hypocrite, but, like, when he sticks to his guns about something, you're gonna dog on him for it? And, like, it's not even a bad take. It's like, why would I vote for someone that doesn't appeal to me?
well, that is the online financial advice complex, a sprawling ecosystem.
Okay, Collapse, I'm going to say this. I'm not saying there's not going to be something about Caleb that comes out in the future. I wouldn't be surprised if there was. But there's nothing substantial to say, like, he, like, molested a kid, or that he's attracted to kids, or that he groomed a minor. Yet, legally speaking. Like, you'd have to, it's teetering close, and if something did, like, substantial come out about him, would I be particularly surprised? Not really. Not really. I'd be like, yeah, I mean, it's, like, it was there, but legally speaking, right. You go after Hassan because y'all's political IQ. There's a lot to go after Hassan for, and it's not because of political IQ. I think it's not just about the politics for a lot of people, because at the end of the day, he's still just a streamer, and he's, like, subject to the rules of the internet, no matter, like, how much you want to, like, spin it. He's not a politician. He's not beyond, like, the ropes of, like, internet. Like, you can, like, do people over criticize? Hassan is over hated. He gets too much backlash from people that farm him for content. Absolutely. But, like, when there's time to make a fair criticism, I think it's fair to make the fair criticism of the guy. Like, I'm not gonna say he's, like, holier than thou. Like, there's still stuff he has to answer for, even if he is, like, a productive and, like, useful member of a movement. I would still say, like, hey, you need to, like, at least be honest about this shit and maybe apologize.
System of podcasters, YouTubers, radio hosts, authors, and self-appointed experts all competing to become the voice in your head every time you're about to buy your daily cup of coffee at Starbucks. Times are tough, money is stressful, and most of us were never formally taught how to budget, invest, or prepare for retirement.
What are you talking? Why do people keep saying we weren't taught how to, like, budget and prepare for retirement? Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I lived, like, in one of the best school districts in the United States of America, so I'm gonna say now I'm, like, way too privileged, but I learned all that shit in 8th grade. We took, like, a 2-week course, like, time out of our civics and shit to just learn about, like, financial literacy. And then we have to still take personal finance in high school. So I'm wondering is, like, what are we talking about here?
I will never retire!
Only that if we ever wanted to retire one day, we should stop buying coffee, stop eating out, stop taking vacations, having hobbies, having fun, or doing anything that might accidentally make life worth living, so we could dedicate ourselves entirely to the sacred pursuit of accumulating enough wealth.
You can debate me on Hassan, but, like, you have to acknowledge Kaya got shocked by a dog collar. You kind of have to acknowledge the guy that keeps claiming to be a socialist but has, like, a bunch of fucking sports cars. Like, practice what you preach. Just practice what you preach, man. You can live in the capitalist society, but you don't have to, like, be a capitalist. You know what I mean?
To someday enjoy a brief period of freedom immediately before we die.
I'm only burning my half.
I'd be giving that money away. Okay, I'd stick to my fucking views. If I had, like, $8 million to my name, I'd be giving a lot of that shit away. That's what I'd be doing.
And with these
I'm a real fucking socialist.
Complicated financial problems comes the predictable phenomenon of a man with all the answers who can condense decades of economic uncertainty and personal hardship into a handful of easy-to-follow rules. Enter Dave Ramsey. If you're not familiar, Dave Ramsey...
Oh... Yeah, isn't that the guy that, like, people call into and then there's a guy playing Lawnmower Simulator underneath it? I swear, that's, like, every Dave Ramsey short. It's gotta be, bro. Oh gosh. Yes! Yes! There's Lawnmower Simulator! And then there's Dave Ramsey! I knew it!
Total debt is $67,000. $40,000 is student loan debt.
Normal is broken, common sense is weird.
What the fuck is that?
Shut your mouth, soy boy. Hey everybody, it's me, Dave Ramsey, America's grandpa. I offer straightforward financial guidance through my faith-based company, the Lampo Group, LLC.
Yo, Trillmark gotta keep doing voices, bro. Because, like, he's never quite there, but you know what he's doing, and it's infinitely funnier in the voice that he's doing it at.
Better known as Ramsey Solutions, an entertainment network of financial personalities that also doubles as a Christian ministry. But don't tell Uncle Sam. Through Christ-like love, patience, and occasionally insulting complete strangers.
Oh, I meant stop, please. Please tell me you know how stupid this is now. You stupid butt people. You're stupid. You're stupid. That's just dumb.
Okay, sorry, I was right. Poor people don't learn that. Okay. Why'd you have to say it like that, though? That's kind of mean, too.
You need to stop being stupid.
I teach hard-working Americans.
Yeah, you need to stop being stupid. That's not really gonna help. I don't know how to help you with your particular problem, but stop being stupid and you'll figure it out.
How to get their finances in order so one day I can hear that debt-free scream.
Count it down. Let's hear a debt-free scream.
3, 2, 1.
We're debt-free! Now, some critics point out that I made millions of dollars leveraging debt in real estate while telling you debt is evil, to which I...
What's a debt-free scream for? I mean, sure. You know what? You're debt-free. Good job. In about 2 weeks, you'll have debt again, probably.
Say, shut up. You stupid?
I'm kidding.
You fucking stupid or something? Good golly. Once you've paid off your debt, including student loans, car loans, medical debt, and that $14.37 you owe your cousin Brad from Applebee's in 2017, then, and only then, should you consider buying a house. And even then, pay cash. That's right, cash.
I don't borrow money. Period. Figure out a way to cash flow it, because there is nothing that I want badly enough, or that I'm scared enough of, to go in debt for. And I truly don't borrow money.
Just walk into a real estate office with $600,000 in a burlap sack like a normal person. Some might call me a nepo baby, but don't pay any attention to that gobbledygook. I didn't become a millionaire by listening to negativity. I became a millionaire by
negativity.
Leveraging debt to buy assets and then telling other people not to. That's called leadership. And as one of the Lord's children, I'm not perfect. I've made mistakes. For example, I've had to pay out millions of dollars in lawsuits and settlements.
You can only leverage debt to buy assets if you have the damn fucking collateral to do it. Like, I get what Trillmar is saying. It's absolutely hypocritical. But it's like, you can't be poor and leverage debt to buy assets because the bank won't trust that you have the collateral to fucking pay it back.
I promoted companies that allegedly defrauded my fans. I've fired employees for violating our biblically based righteous living code of conduct. One of them was gay. Another one pregnant out of wedlock. Can you imagine having sex?
Oh yeah, I forgot these guys are bigots. I keep forgetting all these finance bros that know nothing about finance are like, oh, I mean Dave Ramsey does, but Caleb Hammer's a theater kid. I think a lot of people forget this. Caleb Hammer doesn't have a finance degree. He doesn't even have a minor in finance. Like he went to school for theater. This guy's, that's why his show is like the Jerry Springer show and not like actually a financial help show. This guy's a Jerry Springer host. He's a theater kid. He's a performance guy.
Out of marriage? In a Christian organization? What's next? Dancing? Now, we run a tight ship here at Ramsey Solutions, so when I hear too much gossip around the office, I may have to pull out a handgun during a staff meeting and wave it around a little bit. I'm not angry or anything. I do it out of tough love, because I'm a leader, and leadership means making difficult decisions, like firing pregnant women, or telling you not to enjoy your morning coffee until you buy a house with cash. Dave, I think you might just be a bad person. You're kind of an asshole. Maybe, but I'm a rich asshole. Yay! Wow. Dave Ramsey's financial and budgeting advice isn't exactly insightful, and sure, it's helped a lot of people. It's just that the context in which things are presented allows his audience to be reassured that the caller, the person opening themselves up to vulnerability, is irresponsible, lazy, reckless with their finances, or, as Dave would put it, stupid. It provides the affirmation that someone less capable than them
I love YouTube Premium because Trillmar is quiet, so I can just boost his voice with AI.
Was able to get out of debt, so they can as well. Whether it's a struggling single mother or a college graduate with 6 figures of student loans, regardless of the situation, the formula is simple. You find somebody making bad decisions, put them on display, and allow the audience to experience the warm, comforting glow of knowing that at least they're not that guy. But where Ramsey uses affirmation to reinforce his audience's worldview, Caleb Hammer's content relies on schadenfreude.
Excuse me?
In this video, we're curing 1,000 people's blindness. It's gonna be crazy.
So we're here at Canadian Tire, and in the next few minutes, we're gonna find an extremely kind father, grandpa in the store that helps me, and then we're gonna surprise them with $10,000 cash.
Today I'm paying rent in the most dangerous city in Arizona. How do I know it's the most dangerous city? Well, because Google said so.
All right, thank you very much.
Bye.
We got you a brand new home.
I am the man in the box. Buried in my shit.
This doesn't look staged, does it?
Won't you come and save me?
President Trump made a staggering $2.4 billion last year.
Can I help you?
Yeah, of course you can.
Schadenfreude is a psychological phenomenon in which people derive pleasure from the suffering, embarrassment, or general misfortune of others.
I'm telling you, Blander's store was deserted.
Dad, do you know what Schadenfreude is?
No, I do not know what Schadenfreude is.
There's a $1 trillion economy built on social.
What a Schadenfreude. Again, I don't know a damn thing about German, so...
comparison. You open up Instagram and immediately find yourself staring at people who are more rich than you, more fit than you, better looking than you, and apparently on their third vacation to Bora Bora this year despite being 23 years old and unemployed. And as you scroll, you're fed advertisements for clothes, toys, anything that will improve your social status. And as we're all aware, this is everywhere. It's just a reality of existing with a smartphone. The result is a constant feeling like you've fallen behind or you're somehow less than. And after spending all day comparing ourselves to people who seem to have figured everything out, it's only natural to seek out someone further down the ladder. In the poverty porn economy, financial hardship becomes entertainment, and every guest provides the audience reassurance that no matter how bad things may be for the viewer, they're still somehow superior.
This is Rickety Cricket.
Ew.
He literally has the worst life imaginable.
And that's exactly what Caleb Hammer's financial audit provides. The majority of
the Trump DoorDash clip is yours? Yeah, when he takes it back. Yeah, he didn't give her that much money though, which is kind of funny. It's like this fucking he could have come out with like a case of $1 million and just handed it to her.
Caleb's audience are not watching.
At the very least, I don't know why he didn't even play it up for like views. He's so stupid.
For financial guidance. They watch because
you can't order DoorDash to the White House. That's not how the White House works. Imagine you're a DoorDash driver, you try and enter the White House, bro. You got like 6 Mossad agents already up your ass.
they want to see a blue-haired liberal with a septum piercing get berated by Caleb. Any financial education they pick up along the way is just a bonus.
I didn't know that I had to with my partner. He was my partner. I trusted him.
He was your boyfriend. Yeah, you trust him. We all should look into things. You have no skeptical part of your brain?
Everything about Caleb's behavior.
Yeah, but like, let's say you're like obsessively in love with someone. Sometimes you just have an immense trust for them that's inhuman, bro. I know Caleb Hammer doesn't understand this because he's like low-key a sociopath.
Brat, you're spoiled.
Oh no, what happened?
An expert to help you solve it. Fitness influencers help you build muscle and lose weight. Hustle culture influencers promise to help you get rich. Relationship coaches tell you high-pitched squealing like a pig, no insults.
Nice big check because of
education. Or Red Cross as an
trust him. We all should look into things. You have no skeptical part of your brain?
Everything about Caleb's behavior on financial audit comes across as an inflammatory, exaggerated performance, as if his goal is to trigger the libs more than provide financial education, or rather to get clicks from people who.
Bro, he should have gave her $1 million tip. That's what it should have been. $1 million tip. That to me would have been like, okay, I can't even argue with this, and not have taken the money back. But instead, he gives her a fucking $100 tip and then takes the money back, bro.
Who want to trigger the libs?
Listen, you got a nice big check because of the child tax credit. Thanks to moi. You're welcome. We're funding you. You guys are net contributors. You're part of the lower 50% that contributes 1%. Okay, that's fine. That is how it is. We're progressive. That's good. Not complaining. Kind of a little.
But that wasn't always the case. Caleb's content has changed over the years. If you look at his behavior in the early days of his channel, he was, dare I say, kind.
$2.75 a day, $19.25 a week, $83.65 a month, or $1,003.75 a year. That's actually a lot of money.
Take a look at a clip of one of his earliest videos where his guest was spending too much money on Starbucks.
Let's see, we got White Path, we got Lucky Lab, Potbelly, Lucky Lab. Those are big. Yes.
Yeah, no Pornhub premium subscription is pretty fucking impressive. They must have put that on a different bank account. What? Oh, just me? Okay.
$20, yeah.
No high-pitched squealing like a pig, no insults. He was outright cordial to his guest. Compare that to recent episodes.
$31.42 of purchases! You're at the credit limit. What is the fee possibly?
Late payment? I don't know.
Great. Oh my gosh, I'm not. You don't give a. You don't care.
And that begs the question.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie.
Probably.
You should just start an OnlyFans. Like.
Payment? I don't know.
Great. Oh my gosh, I'm not. You don't.
I'm trolling. I'm trolling. I'm trolling.
Give a. You don't care.
And that begs the question: why the hostility?
It's so fucking stupid. Why do we go in and spend $5 when literally, again, I'm happy I worked with them now. I got it now. This gamer stuff shit. You see this?
That was for an ad.
Oh my fucking god, Schlatt, why are you partnered with this dude, bro? Is he actually sponsored by Gamer Subs? Because if so, Schlatt, I have the questions, man.
The hostility and insults drive views, which then drive engagement, and those two things alone will impact YouTube's algorithm and help spread Caleb's videos. And if you're thinking, okay, big deal, he's got to stick up his ass over coffee, it gets much, much worse. Caleb casually uses the R word, and while that alone may not be enough to concern many, to refer to a lady's autistic
It's pretty fucked up. I know about this.
daughter using the word multiple times is extreme.
You have a kid that has like, so
she's not.
Well, but you're getting payment.
That's so fucking gross, dude. I feel like anybody's mom should have thrown hands over
No, it's
that.
not payments.
You're getting money for that.
I will
to
be.
do that for her.
Yeah, to help her with that. She's not. Autism is not mental retardation. There's two. That's two. I'm not going to comment on that.
And while the mother's surprisingly casual response leads me to be suspicious of the validity of the situation, I'm more interested in Caleb's comfort in using the words.
Yeah, cause like I feel like most moms would just fucking rip his hair out for that.
To the face of a parent with a disabled child. Caleb is pretty comfortable with slurs. In a recent video titled, "He Called My Employee the N-Word," Caleb brings a black employee into the video to be called the slur, which has to either be staged or a blatant HR violation of some sort.
Oh my gosh. Yo, if this went the wrong way, I feel like Caleb could be arrested for like assisting in the murder of an individual. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Caleb has established a pattern of exploiting the guests on his show, so it shouldn't be much of a surprise that the same exploitation would include his employees. Every person on Financial Audit is less of an actual person and more of a prop. The blue-hair liberal, OnlyFans creator, DoorDash addict, all archetypal caricatures to be used for content, each having one thing in common. They're all inferior to Caleb, and apparently his viewers as well. This is where I find Caleb's on-camera persona the most interesting. There's an obvious attempt to appeal to a broad right-wing manosphere audience. His attitude and handling of people and their financial...
Dude, Caleb's Twitter is actually evil.
Situation lacks almost any empathy, and when it does exist, if ever, it lacks anything that feels like sincerity and is more like spectacle. There's no room for nuance on Financial Audit. The guest struggles are secondary. The real substance of the show is cultural grievance.
I'm assuming there means yours.
Yes.
Are we on the?
Yeah, I mean, it's just rage bait content, bro. And it's like it's peak right winger rage bait content. It's like there for the right wingers to like fucking lap it up. I'm hungry, so I'm gonna start munching on cookies.
The they them pronoun
Yes.
pipeline. Okay, great. I love that. Sure, why not? Art degree, they them, and blue hair. We get it.
Not only does Caleb display a distinct contempt for his guests, he also seems to reserve a particular disdain for the progressive left. More often than not, guests on Financial Audit fit one of the previous mentioned archetypes related to a stereotypical liberal.
The wokers are attacking me. The wokers.
Hair, septum piercing, sexual ambiguity, a minority. If there's something there for Caleb to mock or at least comment on, Caleb will use it for views.
You are the second person today with the holes in the ears and the septum piercing. What creatures have we drugged?
Bro, these freaks in their nose ring theory shit, bro. These freaks love nose ring theory. It's so gross. Oh my gosh, bro. A woman. She's a woman. Hang her.
Drug off the street.
And while yes, Financial Audit does have right-wing guests on, they don't have to suffer the same scrutiny of their liberal counterparts.
Oh, of course. You don't need to be around those blackies. Them.
In fact, Caleb seems to be
Creatures have we drug off the street?
And while yes, Financial Audit does have right-wing guests on, they don't have to suffer the same scrutiny of their liberal counterparts.
Oh, of course. You don't need to be around those blackies.
I'm gonna put a bullet in her head. I want nothing more than to put a bullet in her head and his head for that one. What the fuck? No, I'm kidding. No calls to violence. No calls to violence. I don't condone that. But her forehead is just so damn big. Bro, she needs to at least, oh my gosh, that is fucking crazy. That is fucking crazy. The way she said it too, those blackies.
Them.
In fact, Caleb seems to be more fond of them and their blatant racism.
So it's like, I doubt you guys are going on Carnival. And she's like, yeah, fuck those blackies, don't clip me. But that's what she said. So.
Fuck, really?
Yeah, unprompted, nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. And what's crazy is I kind of liked her by the end of the episode. We've had a lot of N-words recently. Not
on the show?
Not them.
Oh, right. You're not saying a bunch of N-words are showing up.
No.
Okay.
People have started dropping the hard R. I don't know why.
So when Caleb says he can't figure
For the life of me, I can't figure out why white people are so comfortable coming on my show and saying the N-word when other people have done it before.
Figure out why more guests have started feeling comfortable dropping racial slurs on Financial Audit, it seems worth asking the question whether it's just a coincidence, whether it's staged for content, or if he's just spent years cultivating exactly the kind of environment that would welcome someone comfortable saying it. At times, there's some sort of an attempt for Caleb to remain politically ambiguous, but the things he says obviously put him on the right when it comes to culture war issues.
No, yeah, he's just a right-winger. He's a closeted right-winger. That's all he is. He pretends to be apolitical, but he's just right-wing. There's, like, not many content creators I can truly say are apolitical. Like, I'd say Nicholas Diorio is pretty apolitical. Like, he tries to be super apolitical. And that's the problem, is, like, right-wingers infest his audience, which is, like, fine, it's his space. I just have to deal with it. I am cool with dealing with it. I just ignore him. That's all I do.
You don't listen to people that look like you anymore. I don't know if you know this. You've lost all the power.
What does that even mean? Is it a woman thing?
No, SJW thing. And we don't listen to people like you anymore. We really don't. You guys have no power. You guys were like 0.5% of the population online.
I don't even know what SJW is.
You're a performative virtue signaling weirdo. We already know that.
Is that
Population online, SJW thing. And we don't listen to people like you anymore. We really don't. You guys have no power. You guys were like 0.5% of the population online.
I don't even know what SJW is.
You're a performative virtue signaling weirdo.
He couldn't even say virtue signaling. He couldn't even get that out properly. He's so performative, it's funny. Which is weird, because it's like, Caleb, bro, you're worse than them. You're even worse, because they're like giving their true values and their opinions. You're playing this up for like views. You're grifting.
We already know that.
Is that just because of the piercing and the color?
The color and the weird earrings.
Ironically, Caleb doesn't seem to recognize he's become exactly the kind of performative, virtue-signaling internet personality he spends so much time mocking, while his show itself is carefully curated to provoke a reaction, not unlike the people he claims to despise. Guests' hairstyles, tattoos, pronouns, sexuality, or political identity become part of the conversation despite having absolutely nothing to do with paying off credit card debt. Details that aren't financially relevant but are culturally relevant and signal to the audience exactly what kind of person they're about to watch get humiliated.
Maybe almost like you guys.
They're woke. They're in debt because they're woke.
This feminism is just performative, not actually resulting in anything positive for women.
I mean, the positive part is that I get a choice, and that's...
Do you?
Yes.
No, you actually don't. Are you right now? Now I have to ask you, feminist. Are you... What the f are you talking about? You have a choice. What do you mean choice? There's no choice. He's not giving you a choice. Where's your choice? You don't have a choice. This isn't feminism. This isn't helping you out as a woman. And I don't want you to be all... Feminist. Are you... What the f are you talking about? You have a choice. What do you mean choice? There's no choice. He's not giving you a choice. Where's your choice? You don't have a choice. This isn't feminism. This isn't helping you out as a woman. And I don't want you to be all of a sudden convinced that you have a choice.
I need a break.
Okay, take a...
He left her crying and she needs a break.
Take a break. To be all of a sudden convinced that you have a choice.
I need a break.
Okay, take a break.
Dude, this guy is such a fucking asshole. He's such a fucking freak, bro. He's such a fucking freak, bro.
And with all that considered, it would still be easy to dismiss Caleb as just another internet grifter cashing in on the reactionary right-wing manosphere pipeline. But Caleb's fascination isn't just outrage alone, his real fixation appears to be power. And the more I learned about Caleb's history, I realized what we see on camera isn't nearly as much of a problem as the person off camera.
Yeah, you're claiming he actually touched you inappropriately as well?
Yeah, he did. He locked me in his house after.
Yeah, I'm fully aware of the situation. I don't believe a word this guy has to say.
Yeah, you're claiming he actually touched you inappropriately?
I don't believe a word this guy has to say. And the reason I say this is because this dude already had like a pre-motive against Caleb, because like, he outright said that he had a problem with Caleb, like something work related. He was pissed off at him for. And then he was like, oh, I wanted to do OnlyFans. And like Caleb was like, I don't have many connections for that. Like I know some like some gay ones, but like I don't know any I don't know any girls in like the industry. To which this guy was like, oh, he's sexually harassing me. He was like, you guys were talking business and you were talking like the wrong kind. Like you went in there like with the pretense of all this. And then he said that Caleb was touching him and all that, which he had like zero proof of. And like clearly he's already motivated to try and get Caleb fired. or get like Caleb some backlash because like Caleb had him fired or some shit. Like I don't take it. Like, I don't take a word this man has to say seriously. I think he's jumping on a bandwagon. I think, especially since he jumped on the bandwagon as like Caleb hate was escalating. I think this guy is like genuinely just like, he's like a bad faith actor who's just like motivated to like basically lie about Caleb. And I don't want to run defense because I hate Caleb Hammer. But this is one of those things where I was just disappointed because it was like a dude who was just lying. Basically.
As well.
Yeah, he did. He locked me in his house after the second filming. I was on the couch, and he would not let me leave. He would not pay me what I was owed for that filming, and essentially he didn't give me the money until he groped me.
So my arch nemesis, Caleb Hammer, has a new merch line. It's called the Dirty Money line. Pretty weird given all of the allegations against him. It's just so weird, you know, he's so horny. Caleb is so diabolically horny all the time.
I've told many times how I thought I was buying college. I like vagina.
When I look back upon my life, it's always with a sense of shame.
Everything we've talked about so far concerns the public Caleb Hammer, the culture warrior who screams at guests over budget decisions, a YouTube persona that may or may not be an act. The whole show could be, and more than likely is, staged to some extent. But whether you love him or hate him, that could just be dismissed as entertainment, as Caleb has curated his channel into a compilation of rage content over the years. He's established a pattern of behavior behind the scenes, some of which undeniably problematic despite Caleb's attempts to minimize the issues or scrub them from the internet. Explicit comments about underage teens, sexual assault allegations, attempting to pimp out guests on OnlyFans, there's a lot to unpack. And due to Caleb's attempt to remove videos and suppress stories with the threat of legal action, some original clips are nearly impossible to find.
If you don't think I know how to do legal strategy, you have no idea what's happening behind the scenes. I destroy people. I will destroy you. You don't get to do this without consequences. Listen, I'm not—
D'Angelo Wallace! The bald black twink. D'Angelo Wallace. He threatened to sue D'Angelo Wallace. I don't think he threatened to sue anybody else. It was just D'Angelo Wallace.
Promising I'm suing you, but I'm promising I'm talking to my lawyers about suing you. Buddy, I'm going to sue you. I will sue you. I will sue you.
Dead ass?
By the way, Papa Gut brought this up. I think it's a very interesting point. When people talk about D'Angelo Wallace, a lot of people forget that not only did he make Caleb crash out like this, he also made Caleb delete every live stream he ever posted on YouTube. And like 6 months later, forced Caleb to change his content strategy on how he does lives. D'Angelo Wallace basically bitched this guy on the internet. He basically made him his bitch very quickly. Which is kind of funny because like D'Angelo Wallace is like this very feminine twink dude. And then Caleb is trying to be like this big masculine strong guy, right? But like he's getting bitched by the twink dude. He got scared of the twink boy, bro.
We'll sue you.
Early episodes of Financial Audit have been confirmed to have been staged, at least to some extent. Guests were hired and paid a flat fee and a possible performance incentive. One of these guests appeared to be in a total of 3 episodes, but claims to have not received any of those bonus payments. And all this is—
By the way, he didn't prove any of that. He couldn't prove any of it. I think the guy's a bad faith actor. I think he's just blatantly lying. Also, what else was I going to say about Caleb?
One of these guests appeared—
Yeah, I'm not surprised Caleb is doing this. Remember, Caleb isn't like a finance major. He's a theater kid. He's a theater major or something, whatever they call it. This guy was like dancing and singing on stage. He doesn't know fucking shit about finance, but he does know how to create like a Jerry Springer-esque show.
Appeared to be in a total of 3 episodes, but claims to have not received any of those bonus payments. And all this is pretty par for the course in modern-day capitalist America. I mean, what's a little bit of alleged wage theft?
Yeah, grifters really can't do content for real. It's like watching the Quartering do a live is fucking weird because he doesn't really know what to say and he doesn't really believe in anything. So he just sits there and he's like, yeah, I mean, I converted to Christianity again for like the 7th millionth time. And then you talk about, I love Jesus Christ for like the trillionth time. And he'll be like, I hate Black Lives Matter. And I'm like, Black Lives Matter was 2020. It's been 6 years. Is that all you can talk about? And then he's like, oh, and Pride Month is over. And oh, I can't make money anymore. I'm going to have to, oh no, I got to keep plagiarizing people's YouTube shorts. Oh no, why are all these YouTube videos magically deleted? What happened? Like, these guys are all like actually like fucking degenerate losers. Like they have literally nothing to do but go on the internet and like pretend to be someone they're not for money. And it always ends badly.
Committed by a douchebag finance YouTuber. But the text exchange between
and it's going to end badly for Caleb. And this is why I say something. I don't think Caleb is a pedophile or anything like that. Please don't sue me. But Like, I wouldn't be surprised if something did come out about him. I wouldn't be. I just wouldn't be. And I wouldn't be surprised if Caleb like secretly doesn't believe a fucking thing about this right-wing bullshit that he's pushing. That he's only doing it for like the fucking degenerate people on X and all his Nazi fanboys, right? Like these things I wouldn't be surprised about. But like, this always ends badly. Like, I'm not saying it's gonna go there, but it always ends badly for these frauds. I swear, every single one of them.
Guest and Caleb were leaked.
If there's anything, any connections that I have,
Hi,
which I have a lot
Silva.
of connections
Silva's
also,
back. Yay!
anything that I'm
Yeah, how did I not see that first?
able to kind of link you to, I definitely want to be helpful. I'm not used to OnlyFans. I'm straight. I'm like 90% straight. I've definitely fooled around because I'm open-minded. And when you get drunk, whatever. The pay will be dependent on what you're willing to do. What he would like to do, you guys make out. He would like to do.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. This was fine. I know exactly what this was about. He was like, hey, listen, I'm looking to get into OnlyFans. Anybody in the industry? He was like, for some reason, I only know some gay dudes in the industry. I don't know like any women. I'm sorry. I can help you. Like if that's what you're into, you're cool doing that. I can set you up. If that's not what you're into, fine. I don't know any women in the industry. That was it. This was pure business. This was a pure business conversation. And this guy's like, he sexually harassed me. Shut your bitch ass up. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. You knew exactly what was going on. You started the conversation. You're an adult. Act like an adult.
Do that. What you guys give you a blowjobs with
technology, I understand why some people believe that. However, despite that, Caleb has confirmed on his Reddit, as well as in emails to me, that the voicemail you heard is 100% him, and he makes no claim to it being altered in any way.
This alone would be enough to support my thesis comparing Caleb Hammer to Andrew Tate, which
not really, because that entire situation, like in context, is perfectly makes sense, right? Like this dude was just this was pure business. He was like networking. He was like, do you know anybody in the industry? I only know these people in the industry. He was like, no, I'm not cool with that. It's like, all right, sorry. That was all this conversation was about. From a guy who legitimately has bad faith intentions and actual motives, fucking villainous motives to make Caleb look bad so he can extort him for money or some shit. It's like, I'm sorry, but I have no reason to take this remotely seriously. So I'm saying Caleb Hammer's a bad enough guy, and we can shit on him for all the stuff he already actually does. But some of this shit is pure snark bullshit. It's like we're teetering on defamatory shit now.
Just to say, Caleb Hammer is a power-fixated pervert who exploits the financial circumstances of others for his own personal gain.
This is fair. That's fair. But you're framing this with this, which is makes him a pervert, but it's perverted about money, I would say. And yeah, he might be a sexual deviant for sure. I don't know though. I don't know. I don't have enough to say that. Right? I have one bad joke. That's the best I can call it. Legally speaking, it's the only thing I could really call it from 8 years ago. And then this, which was a business conversation and purely business.
Caleb Hammer to Andrew Tate, which is to say, Caleb Hammer is a power-fixated pervert who exploits the financial circumstances of others for his own personal gain.
This is true. On his show, that's what he does. He's he humiliates and he fucking exploits people who are financial ruin, with the promise of helping them, but he just makes them dance like fucking mice. I don't know what to call it. Dance I don't fucking know. Dance like monkeys. That was it. Dance like monkeys for him and completely dehumanizes them. Right? And then he does the right-wing grift on top of that. Yeah, he's a terrible fucking person. And he could be a sexual deviant. And if something comes out about him in the next 4 years, 5 years, 1 year, 2 years, I will never be surprised. Because this dude has already teetered on that edge too many times. He's already in that world. But there's a limit to where I can say he is something or he isn't without blatantly opening myself up to litigation. Because it'd just be purely defamatory. So I get your point, but you're framing it in such a way where people think he's worse than it actually is. Well, it's we can't again, and he's saying the Andrew Tate, and this is where I'm at. I'm Andrew Tate raped a 15-year-old girl and then sent a voice memo to her saying how much he enjoyed raping her. That's like orders of magnitude worse than Caleb Hammer. Like any reasonable human being would look at this and be like financial grifter who could be a sexual deviant and sex trafficking rapist, child rapist. Like, that's what we're talking about here. Like, Andrew Tate is such a fucking criminal that the US and UK and Romania all had to fucking work together to get this man arrested and charged. That, like Andrew Tate is literally a fucking organized crime boss who, like, rapes children. That's what we're talking about here. Like, he choked a girl almost to the point that she died. Like, that's Andrew Tate. Caleb Hammer has a financial audit show like Jerry Springer where he exploits poor people for his own financial gain and shows a shitty course and is clearly a grifter. Absolutely. But at the same time, that's not on the level of what Andrew Tate is.
So right after we got done filming, his friend left. He sat me down on his couch in the living room, and he asked me if I wanted to do another show, another production.
Okay, it could be hyperbole, but like you have to understand, you're planting a seed in people's head. And you're also weaving in like a bunch of claims that are like blatantly false. You're not saying they're true, which is good enough, but you're poisoning that well. And I don't think this is completely like fair. I don't think that's totally fair to do someone. And I'm not saying like Caleb has any room to sue. I'm not even saying this is defamatory. Trill is smart as shit. But like you're planting that seed. And when you make that Andrew Tate connection, like I understand like you're doing the debate pervert shit. I don't know if Trill is entirely a comedy channel. I call him like a commentary channel. Like he does like the podcast commentary. I'm like too damn autistic to tell with sarcasm. I'm sorry. I can't help you there. Okay, if you're gonna do this shit, understand there are people like me out there who are gonna take this a little too seriously. And then again, it's like you're putting that idea in people's heads like this dude is like a sexual deviant to some extent. You know what I mean? And it's like maybe, but some of this stuff is like where I'm like drawing the line where I'm like, you're like I get that if it's like Caleb Hammer groomed a minor like comes out 10 years from now, I wouldn't be surprised. 1 year from now, I wouldn't be surprised. But like I can't say he did that now. And I don't think it's totally fair to imply it either.
I was like, yeah, cool. And then he just quickly, like after 2 minutes of talking, ended that conversation. And for about like 5-10 minutes, it felt like forever. He kept asking if I like would do sexual favors for him, basically. What it felt like was him trying to say, oh, it's for OnlyFans, because he was recording it. He wanted to record it. But it really just felt like he wanted to have sex with me. Like it really was just like very uncomfortable.
I mean, he gave his thesis, and I understood where he was going. And it's like media literacy isn't. I'm not saying any of this is defamatory. I never once said any class. I never said anything here was defamatory. I never said that. I said you're teetering on it. I said you're getting close to it, and like there's a lot of implications being made here, and like you can keep screaming media literacy, but I want to look at this comment section. I literally. Oh yeah, this is actually pretty funny. Oh, it's just a bunch of gay jokes. Never mind. It's just a bunch of gay jokes. I love the internet. I mean, at least people are focused on the shit that actually matters. Luckily, I turned straight. Oh my gosh, it's just gay jokes. Oh no. His beef, and everyone's
10 minutes,
referencing the
10 minutes. It felt like forever. He kept asking if I like would do sexual.
Dude, people missed like half this video. They're just reminiscing on their top 10 Caleb Hammer moments, or like just making fun of him for being gay. That's all this is. What the hell? Or I've been waiting for this. What is people's obsession with dyeing their hair or getting piercing? Oh. I don't get. Oh yeah, he's quoting him. He's so obsessed with control, it's disgusting. I maintain Caleb hasn't had a legitimate guest in years. In my opinion, it's been staged for years. It could be. I'm glad that people are recognizing this fraud who he truly is. Okay, so people just know Caleb very well. Like, at this point, I think most people here knew who this guy was. And then, like, pulled up. So they have already, like, a balanced take on the dude. Which is fine. But holy shit, like, the Andrew Tate comparison, like, was, like, actually, like, screaming at me. I was like, what the fuck is happening here? And again, I never said any of this was defamatory. I just said you're edging that shit. You're edging that line. And like when you're weaving in information that just isn't true. It's like I get what you're teasing at, but to me this sounds like an expose takedown that you're trying at. Maybe make the comedy a little more clear for dumb people.
Favors for him, basically. What it felt like was him trying to say, oh, it's for OnlyFans, because he was recording it. He wanted to record it, but it really just felt like he wanted to have sex with me. Like, it really was just, like, very uncomfortable.
Caleb has not, as far as I can find, clarified who this mystery OnlyFans person is. So I'm just going to assume.
I think the people in the comments are just reminiscing over, like, their favorite Caleb Hammer moments. I don't even think the comments, like, are even talking about the video as much as, like, I think you think they are. I'm also not entirely missing the point. Like, I've gotten the point. Like, Caleb Hammer is, like, a piece of shit who exploits people on his show for, like, fucking views and attention. And he exploits his, like, fucking audience by grifting off of their politics. Like, I get that. I get what you're saying, right? Like, this dude is, like, a power-hungry motherfucker in terms of, like, he wants to, like, assert dominance, whoever he's, like, in a room with, or whoever he's in conflict with, which is why he was trying to, like, beat down D'Angelo Wallace. And instead he got bitch-slapped so hard by D'Angelo Wallace, he had to retreat off of, like, live streaming for 6 months and then change his content strategy after. I get it. I missed the hyperbolic point. I'm a little autistic for that. I take things a little too literally. My fault. But like, I think I got like the core message of what he meant by Caleb Hammer.
That it's Caleb. And since Caleb has expressed an importance of journalistic integrity among YouTube content creators, and even though I don't consider myself a journalist, I reached out to Caleb for comment.
What do you mean you would know? What do you mean by that?
Hello, I'm working on a video essay about Caleb Hammer's show and controversies. While I don't consider myself a journalist, Caleb has expressed an importance of journalistic integrity from YouTube creators. So can Caleb confirm the OnlyFans creator discussed on the voicemail with Zeke in 2022 was not Caleb himself? To clarify, I'd like to be able to say with certainty whether or not Caleb was the individual who could top or be topped by Zeke, as mentioned in his voice message. Thank you, Trill Mar. Unfortunately, I never heard back, so at this point I can only operate under my best good faith assumptions and what evidence I have that leads me to believe Caleb Hammer has a secret OnlyFans account where he pays to rub dudes down and even occasionally get his back blown out if participants are up for it.
This one wasn't a joke. I know why, because I believe this shit. I'm kidding. Kind of. He might, and I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. In fact, I encourage it. So when I say I believe Caleb Hammer is a closeted power bottom with a secret OnlyFans account that he pays former guests to be on, I say that with absolutely zero.
Being a YouTuber is the blessing of a life.
To be on, I say that with absolutely zero.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Being a YouTuber is the blessing of a lifetime. 99% of it is fantastic. You do not want to be a single YouTuber because it is impossible to date. I had a weird exit on dating apps. I went on this date with this weird girl who says she doesn't trust men. And then we had an awkward date. You know, I was like, I wasn't feeling it. So I was like, yeah, you want to fuck? And she's like, no, I don't want to fuck. And then she freaked out afterwards. And then she reported me on dating apps. And then Hinge, Tinder, and Bumble all banned me. I want to show you, unfortunately, the modern young woman in grand display. She went around a lot of guys and hooked up. Okay, and that's good. She consented to it. They consented to it. Then she flew here in Austin, chose to meet up with a guy. The guy wanted to hook up, and she just made him sound like a creep.
He was in my...
No, you said he was trying to.
Yeah, he was in my hotel and like trying to take off my clothes, and I'm like, no. And then eventually I like open up the door, I go, get
Unfortunately, I don't believe that. I do not believe you, and I know.
Oh, this shit was gross. This shit was so weird. Like he's trying to pander to the 13-year-old edgelords that are like, feminism is evil. Women, ew, girls drool, boys rule. That's what he's doing. And it gets to the point where they're like, rape is the woman's fault, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
People like you, in my own experience and my own friends' experience, are just liars.
While having a secret OnlyFans account where you're getting your back blown out isn't a problem, being such a toxic narcissist you're getting banned from dating apps is. Back in 2025, a Reddit user posted a story about how she went on a date with Caleb, which led to him being banned from Hinge, Bumble, and Tinder. I don't exactly know what it's like for women on dating apps, but someone told me she got over 1,000 matches in less than 48 hours. She also made it abundantly clear that the average dating app isn't populated by the best and brightest of mankind.
I'm watching you, bitch. You're gonna die tonight.
And I know I'm getting off track here. The point is, we all know there are some absolutely awful people on these apps at any given moment, and Caleb was banned from them. In the aforementioned Reddit post, the user detailed her date with Caleb that ended with a 30-minute drive out of her way to his house so he could give her a tour that ended up in his bathroom where he asked her to bathe in front of him. The post mentions that he said he could, quote, separate himself from his sexuality, which sounds like something you'd hear from somebody standing above a hole in their basement they trapped you in.
Man, what do you want?
This is weird. I read the post and I'm inclined to believe her, mate. And the reason I say that, the reason I say I'm inclined to it, I don't totally take it, is because I don't know how much was this like easily confirmed. We don't have enough info on this. But also there's like this one issue with like, I think she was like having contradictory points in her like story. I don't remember this correctly. Maybe I'm wrong. But like, yeah, I'm inclined to believe her just because I think Caleb is like such a degenerate.
It
puts the lotion on its skin. No!
Well, say it, don't spray it, brother. Dang.
He also had some sort of Diddy party moment where his couch was covered in lube or something, and he went to get oil to rub her down despite her obviously not wanting it. And it was at this point she realized there was a camera pointed towards the couch she was on.
I didn't know I was being filmed. If you're in my room, you're always being filmed.
You are.
It's
true.
It's
just always does.
creepy.
The post is detailed and disturbing, and parts of it have been publicly acknowledged by Caleb himself. And in most cases, I would talk about Caleb's response, but since he's deleted it, I feel no obligation to defend him. Caleb and his supporters dismiss any criticism as slop YouTube channels milking drama for ad revenue. So let's, for a moment, disregard the salacious details and focus more on the recurring question of power. Who has it, who doesn't, and how it's being exercised. And there's perhaps no more profound consequential power imbalance than the one between an adult and a minor. In 2018, Caleb, who was 23 at the time, had a group chat with some friends where he said some problematic things about a teenager only 16 years old.
Caleb says, I would like to personally stick my penis in a hole of his. Any hole will do, thank you. And then the guy says, dude, he's like 14.
Some friends where he said some problematic things about a teenager only 16 years old.
Caleb says, I would like to personally stick my penis in a hole of his. Any hole will do, thank you. And the guy says, dude, he's like 14. I would shove that right down his throat where it belongs. Another member goes on to say it's something if they're underage. Anyone under 16 is. Caleb Hammer responds with, believe it or not, 17 is not under 16. And then one member responds with a meme saying, oh, you're serious. So there is no jokes there. Like, it's very clear that he is not joking. Very clear that he's attracted to these young boys.
That Scott Schaefer video was still pretty bad. Because, like, you still have to prove somehow to a reasonable degree by demonstrating he says this very often. And, like, by various different kinds. And he talks about this in grave detail. But it's a terrible look. And again, if a month from now something comes out about him, if a day from now something goes out about him, I wouldn't be surprised. But legally speaking, at this point, I just can't. This is just a bad look.
They think makes me look like a bad guy. The thing they think bothers me is when when I make jokes, a bunch of jokes with other people making a bunch of rage baiting jokes in a group chat from like a decade ago, and they think that bothers me in the slightest. A text group chat where everyone's making insane crazy jokes, and then they screenshot just mine, you know, and it's just like, oh, Caleb Hammer bad. It's just like that has to always be the reality.
Look, everybody said things in group chats they wouldn't want to be made public. Me and the boys have definitely said some stuff in our group chat that would probably get us on some sort of government watch list, but we've never said anything remotely close to something that would warrant a sex offender registry. And yes, over the course of this video, I make a few jokes, allude to a certain leaning in Caleb's sexuality. I need to make something very clear. Despite the fact that Caleb has admitted on multiple occasions that he at one point believed he was bi and admitted to engaging in homosexual acts, Caleb is no longer bisexual.
I'm not. I mean,
I believe that.
Do you watch the show? I've told many times how I thought I was bi in college, or I found out just I like vagina.
He may have been tricked into being bisexual at one point in his life, but realized once he sobered up, he is 100% attracted to women. Again, he's not gay at all.
I never assumed the video was making shit up. I know about all this shit. I'm saying like some of the shit that like Trill has brought up are from like sources that like have been proven to be just like bad faith actors making shit up. Not even some of them. It was one source. And then it was like that one like text thread from Reddit, which I'm inclined to believe. Yeah, I mean, you would never catch me saying some shit like that, to be fair. But then again, Caleb Hammer is like a sociopathic piece of shit. So maybe he just thought it was okay to say. And again, I'm not going to call him anything unless unless something comes out about him tomorrow. And then I'll like just say whatever I can. But considering I can't afford like defense attorneys, it's a terrible look. Can't sue me for that.
When I started researching Caleb Hammer, I thought I was making a video about a loud finance YouTuber who screams at...
What's all alleged and never No. There was one of them was just like disproven. One of them was like just like objectively just a bad faith actor who like clipped like a message, a business thread, like a business message, like fucking chat out of context, and he knew exactly what the fuck he was doing. And like, I'm not sure many people know about this because this one flew under the radar, but I remember because I was there for it, that this was like one of those like times where it was like the whole OnlyFans chat shtick where it was like, dude, you went to him and you're like, I'm interested in doing OnlyFans. Do you have any connections in the business? He was like, no women, sorry.
strangers over Starbucks and DoorDash. Then I thought I was just making a video about poverty porn. Then a video about another culture war outrage merchant chasing engagement from a reactionary audience. But the overall theme of Caleb Hammer became about power. Dave Ramsey built an empire convincing millions of people that being financially responsible also made you morally superior. Andrew Tate built an empire convincing young men that dominance was the highest virtue, and Caleb figured out how to monetize both. Humiliation is the product.
Well, now he's convincing them that losing a boxing match to like a reality TV show star is very masculine.
Power, the business model. And that question of power continues to surface regardless of whether you're talking about guests on the show, an employee.
I mean, like, you can like not all you want, but like that's just what happened. I don't think you even looked at this yourself.
A person in his private life, or just a random minor. Caleb has earned a reputation for responding aggressively to criticism, including threatening legal action against critics. That's his right. Caleb threatens pretty much anyone who says an unkind word about him with a lawsuit. And he may do that with me, but I just don't give a fuck. Caleb, if you see this, squeal like a castrated piggy, make your threats, and inevitably puss out and post about it on Reddit.
I think at this point, I think Caleb knows better than to respond to people on the internet. I think D'Angelo Wallace has traumatized Caleb Hammer so much that I think he's just too scared. I think he's lost all his bark. He's lost it all. His intimidation factor is gone. Or he's never had one, but like he's lost all his aura. Like, I don't even think he would dare to like make a video on like whatever Trill brought up, because it's like he'd be too scared to. I think he'd be terrified to. I think he would genuinely be terrified to, because he would realize he would destroy his own reputation in the process. Okay. I'm done with this shit. I want to talk about Nanocon for a second. Oh, I didn't get that joke, dude. See, this is the problem. You gotta like make the joke a little bit clearer to me. Okay, some of us are a little bit acoustic. Okay, and we're gonna take this like a serious video essay, and we're not gonna really see the humor in it. All right, and you need to explain that a little bit more to the little acoustic people. All right, because sometimes I can't tell when it's a joke or when you're. So this guy, Micheal Beverly, if you don't know, he's like atheism is brain rot guy. He deleted his whole channel. Gee, I wonder why that happened. Anyways, he uploaded before he nuked his entire channel. By the way, before this, like 2 weeks ago, his channel was still up, but all the videos were gone. Now the channel is just deleted from history. So that's a thing. So yeah, that's Micheal Beverly. There he is with Professor Dave. We're gonna get to this in a second. But so y'all remember, I've already covered the Nanocon drama, but basically this one girl like lied about like getting raped. Doesn't happen too often. Actually doesn't, it happens like 2% of the time, I guess. But like this case was like the 2%. Anyways, Micheal Beverly decides to stick his nose in, and he deleted this video, but Gretchen somehow saved it. It's high IQ shit. Bro. The rage bait isn't working. The rage bait isn't working. It's like, no, like the joke is like too damn meta. Like it's too subtle. Like the problem is like it comes off as like a documentary style video. So you're like trying to like build a case, it seems. And like I get like if you're going after it in like a humorous way, but like that's got to be made a little bit clearer. Now you're probably wondering why I'm showing you this video. I don't know. I just have a feeling. That's all.
Fuck. I gotta make this fast because Jessica's super fucking pissed off of how much time I wasted on this Nanocon stuff trying to help somebody, and I was completely hoodwinked by Patty. Nancy's a liar. Nancy's fucking crazy. And
we've been over these names. Nancy, Patty, and Kyle can go fuck themselves. I still don't know who Kyle is. But yeah. Nancy, Patty, and Kyle can go fuck themselves.
I regret it. I probably lost $10,000 in income doing this. I should have listened to Dr. Kip. These people manipulated my emotions and my humanity exactly like Dr.
What do you mean don't take sides on that? I've already pretty much taken my side on that, and I don't really give a fuck. This is hilarious. I'm not even here really talking about Nanocon today. I'm here because Micheal Beverly is extremely intriguing to me. I promise you at this point, Nanocon had not. I would not have made this a segment if it was just about Nanocon, but I felt like Micheal Beverly just. I had a sense about him, and it's gonna appear here.
Kip said, you know, he's a Dead Sea Scroll scholar, knows Hebrew, is really fucking smart. Should have listened to him. I know he knows better than most of the people on YouTube. And John, I came after John, and so I owe you an apology, John. I know you guys.
I don't know who the Dave Ramsey bit. Oh yeah, Lawnmower Simulator guy. That shit was hilarious. But that like was obviously a joke to me. That was like obviously funny. Like I obviously got that one. The Caleb Hammer shit was a little confusing.
You guys won't accept it, but John and Casey Gleason, I'm really sorry. I called you guys out. You can see that I took down all those videos. I'm sorry.
Listen, I have a low comedy IQ, okay? I have a low understanding for when it's satire. Like, I know Matan is all satire because nothing that comes out of this man's mouth even makes remote any sense. But I know it's satire.
Hey, Ruli, you're a really sweet woman with a good heart, and you were just trying to do the right thing by Elliot, who is the ultimate innocent victim in this. So as you guys know, I was like really hardcore going after Elliot Martin, and it's just because of my own past criminal stuff that you guys know about because I got doxxed, which was totally cool. So some people like PC, Crystal, came out and said it was...
Listen, okay, and let's just tongue Sahura. I'm not going to laugh.
Not cool to dox somebody because they're a whistleblower. No, PC's wrong. Snitches get stitches. I deserve to be called out because I was snitching on Elliot. I'm sorry about that, Elliot. I made a promise.
What is he talking about? This is when I knew I had entertainment. This is when I knew. I knew this guy was a fucking freak of nature the second he started talking like a crackhead.
To my wife and others, I will never ever get involved in this kind of stuff again. I will never help a woman for any reason unless I'm...
I will never help a woman for any reason. What are you talking about? I'm sure this comes from a very different place.
Married to her, she's my daughter, our daughter-in-law. Okay, so listen up. I know Patty was been lying and I got sucked into it. I'm sorry, but here's how I know. I just want to give the 411. And I feel really bad, but you know, whatever. I'm a felon. I'm a piece of shit. You can't trust nothing I say. Obviously,
collapse. Don't get ahead of me.
I did a criminal activity 16 years ago, so I'm a worthless fucking human being, as Kyle, PC, and Patty have made very clear in Tsunami. I am a worthless fucking piece of shit. I get it. If I didn't have a son, maybe I would, you know, take myself out of this world. But
if I didn't, this is when I started cackling, because I was like, what the fuck does this have to do with Nanocon? What do you mean? He starts over talking. He starts TMIing. He starts giving a little too much information. Oh, he's like, oh, if I didn't have a son, I'd kill myself. Whoa, where did this come from? You're clearly mentally unstable.
But, no, I got a kid I got to raise. Now, if somebody wants to pay, if somebody wants to do a GoFundMe to raise my son, I'll take care of my worthless self. But
I'm not making fun of people who are suicidal, by the way. I mean, this guy would never ever kill himself. This guy's a selfish piece of shit with like little to no like actual morals or values. The reason I'm being so merciless with him right now is because I know who he is now retroactively.
I know I'm a worthless piece of shit, but I want to make an apology to everybody that I've offended. Ed Raby was right. He did a great investigation. I called Nitty spineless and weak. Now he's a strong character, full of integrity, like AJ Ruley. And yeah, I fucked up. So here's how I know. So in the very beginning, this bothered me a little bit, but I excused it. Patty didn't want me to talk about Nancy stroking Elliot's dick. Like,
whoa, no, whoa, what? Why'd you say it like that? You're clearly not taking the situation as seriously as you should be. This is so
like she wanted me to leave that out, and I thought, okay, maybe Patty just knows that's embarrassing and doesn't want the quote, the dick thing coming out. But it did bother me then. And then a little time goes by, and it turns out Nancy told Patty she was getting off on Elliot's beautiful cock. I'm quoting Nancy.
What? Why would you say that? Why would you? Have you seen it? I know you're quoting Nancy here, but like, I don't know. It sounds like you said that like instinctively.
Elliot's beautiful dick.
You could edit this out in post. You didn't. You could have cut this out. You didn't have to leave it in.
They're in the stairwell. They've had some back and forth, kind of like John Gleason said. So some failed rough play, cat and mouse, CNC, whatever you want to call it. And Nancy's stroking Elliot's dick, and somebody opens the door. Now that part people knew about, like there was another person. And Nancy freaks out because now there's a witness, and her husband's gonna find out, and there's a witness, and maybe he's taking.
Kill the witness. Hey, they can't. Hey, the boss said we can't have no witnesses. Hey, what do we do, Johnny? Hey, Paulie, I don't really know, but we gotta ice the guy. Hey, come back here. We just want to talk to you. We just want to make sure you didn't see anything. Hey, gabagoo.
Pictures, or at least he's seen her stroking Elliot's cock. So because of the strangulation accusation.
Oh, hi Bjorn. I can't explain it. You have to watch it. You actually came just in time.
Which I now know is false. But at the time I thought it was real. And I thought, strangulation's a really, you've heard me, if you've listened to this, I've talked about it. Strangulation's a terrible.
So this guy is just like, he just starts to sound like a crackhead. And I understand he's like vaguely talking about Nanocon. But at this point, I think he's like having like legitimate spiritual warfare over these words. That's the only way I could put it.
It's a crazy, scary thing. And I was willing to let the cock thing go because of the strangulation. Because if they have a failed CNC or a failed thing, but then they quit and then they're leaving and then Elliot grabs her and strangles her, that's the felony, even if the other stuff's all true. So how could it be? Well, it turns out, so I had some interactions with Stacy finally, and Stacy says, no, she never said anything.
Who is Stacy?
Anything about strangulation. I thought that was weird. That's like one of the crux of the thing. And then I read the email she sent to all the lies she sent to John and Casey about how she thought she was going to die, and she thought, Elliot had tried to rape her, poor Nancy.
And yeah, we know Nancy was lying now. We know that for a fact.
Thought she was going to be raped.
Like I'm going to confidently say this, Nancy, if I'm lying, sue me and I'll see you in court, bitch. And I'm going to get fucking paid. I'm joking. This is all in good fun.
When she was participating, he was drunk, and she's the instigator of this. And she just turned it all around. Well, I bought into the strangulation story, and I asked for the medical report. So I get
you. How were you that dumb? There was pictures of her the next day with like no bruises on her neck. You don't get strangled till you pass out, and there not be clear evidence the next day of it. That just doesn't happen in any universe. Your neck is very fragile. I would immediately raise an eyebrow at the strangulation story.
Get the medical report, and so I'm assuming that Patty got that legitimately. I don't, who knows? But Patty's been completely insane in this thing, and all the stuff people were saying about Patty, like the worst sister and a terrible person. Yeah, they were right, and I fell for her sob story.
Why are you making this about you so much? This is what intrigued me. He's been making all of this situation about himself, and I'm wondering why. Why is he doing that? Is this guy all there? Is he having some trouble up in the noggin? I have to know.
Because she's a pretty face and she sounds sincere, but she's a complete loon, completely crazy. And she just had it in for Elliot Martin for whatever reason. And she sends me, now this was the mistake, I think. I don't think Patty realized this. In the medical report, Nancy's complaining about throat pain, which is typical with being strangled, right? And what happens? She goes to the doctor prescribes some throat longes because she's saying that she has throat pain, but the doctor can't. Like, you can go to the doctor and say you have a pain. And here's the thing. The doctor,
again, if it was actually serious, the doctor would have been like, okay, we're going on some painkillers. We're going to do some painkillers. Yeah. We're going to put you in a neck brace and do some painkillers. If you were strangled until you were until you fucking passed out and almost died, bro. Or until you passed out, really. Because it takes a lot to make your brain shut off from like a strangulation. there would be like obvious bruising. You know what I'm talking about? Like such obvious bruising that a doctor would be like, painkillers, neck brace, take it easy for a few weeks. You know what I'm talking about? If the doctor's prescribing lozenges because they can't pinpoint the pain, then like in reality, they're just trying to shoo you away.
Asked Nancy. So this is right afterwards, right? She's back home after, like the week after Nanocon, and the doctor wants to do extensive tests, a scan on her throat, because this is A, it'd be evidence, and B, it would be proof. And it was Nancy refused. Now it just finally dawned on me, because when I read the medical report at first, like, you know, I had to.
Why are you making this about yourself again? he so wants to talk about himself. I can already tell. This guy is begging to have a reason to talk about himself.
I had to make sure I didn't go public with stuff, like, you know, publish things that were private medical things. So Patty was giving me permission about what to do and what I could give, just like, and I was listening to her, just like with the cock thing, which I completely left out because it was that.
Oh my gosh, he keeps saying it. He keeps saying the cock thing. No normal person would leave that in there. I think they would just cut it out of the video. I think they would just redo the take. I think they wouldn't just, bro. The dog can feel the Caleb hammer like diluting this man's mind.
Nancy refused the test that would have shown she was actually strangled. Now, who would do that? If you were honestly strangled and you were going to file a police report, you don't refuse the doctor's recommendation to get this scan. I don't know the name of it. I don't remember. But Nancy refused. Why would she do that? Well, because she wasn't strangled. She was lying. The whole thing was a fucking lie. I was taken advantage of, and it's sad. And now you might think,
speaking of taking advantage of,
I'd be mad at AJ Ruley because AJ emailed me the other day. We're kind of like frenemies, and she emailed me and said, "Hey, I'm the one that doxed you." Like, I thought it was John and Casey. I think John still built the website because John built.
Who doxed who? And why would I feel bad for you being doxed?
AJ's website.
Why are people doxing you? Who's AJ? Why is he making a website?
Nancy was a lying whore and a slut, and I assume that.
Why are you talking about her like that? Like, yeah, I know Nancy lied, but I wouldn't call her like a whore or a slut, right? Like, that's a weird way to talk about a woman, right? You know what I mean? Like, why is he talking like this?
John built this, and also John was the one that I saw the post, like, "Hey, Michael Beverly, he's really this. He's a terrible, you know, felon, and he's on the run."
What? Why are people talking about how you're a felon on the run? And why does this video look like it was posted in the back rooms? What's going on?
He's hiding in Mexico. Now that part's all bullshit, of course, but it is funny. So I had a phone call with
nervous laughter. This is such copium laugh. Why is he laughing as if half of this shit is true? Why are people calling you a felon?
An old friend of mine from way fucking back in the day, and he goes, "Yeah, I go to this Michael S. Beverly website." And he's looking at it, and he starts laughing. Now, one thing John did that was pretty fucking low. Like, I don't mind him coming after me.
Why would someone make a whole website about you?
Whoever did the post, they left my ex-wife's name and address. They doxed my ex, the victim, or the victim's mom. I mean, what kind of fucking person does that, John? Come on. Now, look, I'm sorry about all the other stuff, but that was.
What do you mean the victim's mom? Now I'm severely concerned. What do you mean the victim's mom?
Low. Like, Amy didn't need to be doxed by you all. She's been through enough. Anyway.
Right, but what is this talk about you being a felon? And why do you have people cope laughing over your website? Why are you cope laughing about this website?
And AJ Ruley, I love AJ Ruley. She's a sweet woman. She's full of integrity. She is saying one thing about me that's wrong.
Bjorn, I think you know where this is going.
No, I never raped anybody. Not statutory rape. Not any.
What do you mean I never raped anybody? What do you mean not statutory rape? What does this have to do with Nanocon?
There wasn't even any physical skin to skin contact. I touched her.
Really?
Inappropriately over the clothes. I knew it was wrong. I went for therapy. I ended up in jail.
What?
Jail. Okay.
Good. Good. Wait, you just admitted to molesting a minor on camera? And you went to jail for it? The justice system worked for once? What do you mean therapy? Wait, what? What does this have to do with Nanocon?
Turned myself in essentially and went to jail. I did 3 years of probation. I did 3 years of weekly therapy. I did lie detector tests. I did what else? Psyche evals. And this
polygraphs don't work.
It was all 16 years ago. So like, if you guys think it's a big gotcha, like,
I don't care if it was 70 years ago. I don't care if it happened 13.6 billion years ago. It fucking happened.
Oh my God, Michael's a sex offender from, yeah, okay, whatever.
What do you mean, whatever? I don't think you just say whatever to that.
Bad guy. I'm a really bad guy, and
I think you are. Yeah. How did you not get murdered in prison? What?
What am I? I'm a fugitive from justice. I videoed myself outside my front door. I've crossed the border a bunch of times. Look, there's an open warrant because I was never served. I didn't even know. In fact, I didn't even know that warrant was still in existence until AJ and John posted that website. So thank you guys for letting me know about that. Although it doesn't matter. It's a misdemeanor that's 10 years old. Nobody's extraditing me to California for an like 9 years out of the statute of limitations misdemeanor. But so I had a big laugh about that with everybody. Now,
okay, but like, what are we talking about? Didn't you like, we're not going to just like move past, you molested a child? What?
This whole thing did traumatize my wife a bit, so I'm still a little bit pissed. But in the end, I was such an asshole to Kip and Nitty and all these sweet people that were just...
Nitty? What the fuck does Nitty have to do with this?
A bit pissed. But in the end, I was such an asshole to Kip and Nitty and...
Kip Davis? What? The doctor?
All these sweet people that were just trying to help the poor innocent guy, Elliot Martin. Now, Elliot Martin, he could use some love. I think his channel, his
No. You're a child molester? Huh? Dude, what? What the fuck is going on, mate?
Nonprofit, like he's gonna change the fucking world for atheism. I think he's got 40,000 or is it 4,000? No, 40,000, and which is good, but not a big channel on his nonprofit. Go over and sub to his channels. He's got super interesting content, but not a big atheism. He could use some love. I think sweet people that were just trying to help the poor innocent guy, Elliot Martin. Now, Elliot Martin, he could use some love. I think his channel, his nonprofit, like he's gonna change the fucking world for atheism. I think he's got 40,000 or is it 4,000? No, 40,000, and which is good, but not a big channel on his nonprofit. Go over and sub to his channels. He's got super interesting content. Like he's got a lot of great.
Is he talking about AXP? I don't even know what's going on.
People coming on the show, give him some love.
Why do you have children? Why didn't the government take away your kids? Why didn't they put a protective order so you couldn't have any information on your children, you fucking weirdo?
Nanocon, that's coming up, I don't know, 5-6 days. Go to Nanocon, support those guys. Like it's not a bunch of white patriarchy and capitalism and all. Well, capitalism it is, but capitalism is good. Greed is good, as we learned in the Wall Street.
Capitalism is good? Actually, I don't even care. That's not even the top 5 worst things he said in this video. So I'm gonna be honest, probably not even top 10, to be for real. That's the least of my concerns. You molested a child?
Street movie. I'm joking about that. Now, look, I don't care. I'm out of the space. I'm done with YouTube. I learned one thing, and I'm going to thank Patty for this. I learned one thing. Never trust anybody. People lie. People are liars. Never trust anyone, and I will never help a woman again. Thank you.
I don't think women want your help. What was that about you molesting a child? What? Okay.
Thank you, Patty, for that. Thank you, PC, for doxing me too, for jumping on the doxing bandwagon and then later realizing what a piece of shit move that is. You white trash Louisiana. Everything everybody said about you is true. You got no life, PC. You're sitting there in your trashy, poor, white trash Louisiana place doing what? You're spending your life on fucking YouTube. Now, I spent a couple years on YouTube, but I was actually trying to build a business out of it and I failed. Moved on. I got a book contract.
You molested a child, dude.
Money's flushing in. I'm eating tacos. I got a son. Like all the shit that I went through.
You shouldn't have one. You shouldn't be allowed to have a child. What the fuck?
Like if I hadn't committed that crime, I never would have had a problem with the church. I never would have become an atheist. And I never.
You're telling me you became an atheist because you molested a child? Really? Really? No, I think you just molested a child.
On Casey, the rest of you all have a nice life. Stay out of mine. I'll stay out of yours.
I'm sorry. Are we back online? I'm sorry. My stream just crashed for a second, but I think I salvaged it. I think I saved the stream. Are we back? We're back. Wi-Fi is terrible. My Wi-Fi is terrible right now. It keeps dropping. I might keep an eye out for that, Or you know what we can do? You know what we can do? I'm tired. So how about this? We're going to cut it here, and then we're going to finish the rest of the segments tomorrow. Because I think I got enough content out today, and there was just a thunderstorm above us, so I think it's fucking with the Wi-Fi. So we're gonna cut it short here, but we cut it at a pretty crazy place. So just keep it in your mind. He did molest a kid, and I'll see you guys next time.